Welcome to Recharge with Richardson, 5 minutes of hope and inspiration every Monday and Thursday. And now, here is today's episode.
Hey, welcome back to Recharge with Richardson. Hope you're doing well. Hope this week is a positive one for you. And if it's not, then I have something I think that may be a beacon of light amidst your week, however it's going. And if it's going well, then I hope this will help your week continue to go well. So we're going to dive today into Zechariah chapter 9. Zechariah chapter 9. So we're going to read a few verses here, and then we'll talk about it together, starting in Zechariah 9, verse 12. And I just have to say the way that the way that this word picture is being painted by Zechariah just caught me off guard. I've never heard this phrase. Return to your stronghold, O prisoners of hope. Today I declare that I will restore to you double. I have never heard that phrase referenced to our current circumstances this year. And it just struck me when I reread it the other day that, being a prisoner of hope is such a paradoxical statement, it feels like, because on one you have something that's very negative compared with something that's extremely positive, hope. So I'm looking at this, and it's really, really apt to what we're going through right now. This had a very historical context when Zechariah was writing. These were to the Israelite people as they are being oppressed by people groups that were real and physical. This isn't just a spiritual metaphor. So this is something that actually was happening. And God continues in verse 16 and 17. On that day, while you're being prisoners of hope, on that day, the Lord, their God, will save them as the flock of his people. For like the jewels of a crown, they shall shine on his land. For how great is his goodness, and how great is his beauty. Grain shall make the young men flourish, and new wine the young women. Wow, that's wild, because I feel like this year, I don't know about you, but I feel like this week, I feel like a prisoner of hope. I feel like I have that tension between feeling like I'm trapped and feeling like I have had a clear glimpse into the reality that Jesus is coming back, that our King is coming back. But remember, as we're talking about this, that this does have a clear historical context. So how do we know what we can pull from this and apply for us today? So I'm going to read another verse from this same chapter that kind of provides some context for us as we read this to know what king is coming for these prisoners of hope. What king is coming? Is this a king from the line of David? What's going on here? So verse 9 in Zechariah chapter 9 says, Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Okay, we're following that so far, right? But it continues. Righteous and having salvation is he, humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, on a foal of a donkey. So you probably put it together pretty quickly. This king that's coming to save the people is Jesus Christ. This king that's coming to save these prisoners of hope from their prison while simultaneously having hope is Jesus Christ. So the king that's coming to save them in that historical context is the same king that is and has and will save us. When Jesus did come on a donkey, he proved to the entire universe that this verse is true, and it's predicting a tangible reality that Jesus, our King, has come. So we are prisoners of hope, yes, but we are prisoners of hope who has a King who has come to save us. So we have this hope in the reality that this prison is temporary because Jesus has already come. That's evidence that he will come back. So I want to ask you this week, as you continue, whether it's been good, whether it's been bad, whether it's some weird place in between, to lean into being a prisoner of hope and to remember that this is just temporary. Because remember what we learned from Infinite Hope back in November. We learned very clearly that this reality we're in right now, pre-COVID, I'm not even talking COVID, I'm talking about this reality, the way this earth is, it can't end like this. We are prisoners of hope because we love the God that loved us, that provides a real infinite hope for all that we're facing and sees our context and chooses to come to us on a donkey. He became a human. He did all of this to prove to us just how much he loves us. So my plea for you is simple. Just lean into God's open arms. He loves you as you are. Even if you're feeling like a prisoner, his hope is equally as real as you're feeling like a prisoner. May God bless you this week.
Thank you for joining us for Recharge with Richardson. Don't forget to join us for our next episode, and until then, may God fill you with joy and peace and hope.